Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be starting some seeds finally, not including the herb garden that I already started, but this is the kit that I'm going to be doing my seed starts in, and I do have a video to show you how this kit works, but I'm super excited about using this. So today we are only going to be using 2 of the parts of this kit. So as you can see, I usually start my onion sets inside this type of trays, but the nice thing is this tray here, it's a much harder tray. I'm going to be able to bottom water from this, and this kit has come with all the parts that you need to set up your grow stations. So as you see, the grow lights are already attached, and I'm going to be able to dome these inside this kit, and hopefully we can figure this out because no, I'm not it's the first time I've used this, so maybe I won't be able to use these seed starting trays inside this kit here, but we certainly can for starting my trays with this for my celery. So we will start my celery. I'm going to start some onions. So see, it fits in nicely inside here, inside this tray, and this tray just sits nicely on top, and that is how we are going to be doing the seed starts. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get started here. I do have my onion seeds in here, which today we're going to be doing some red onion seeds as well as some of these yellow onions. I do have munching onions, but I'm not going to do that today. I think that'll be a direct sowing type situation. But also, in case you didn't know, but here in Canada, we need to grow long day onions. So make sure when you are growing onions, when you purchase your onions, that you know that you have the right onions. If you're down south, you'll want the shorter day onions, but up here in Canada, we have longer days, so we grow long day onions, and that way you're guaranteed to get probably a bigger bulb, and the onions will grow much better with the long day onions. So in here I have my celery, and I have 2 different types of celery seeds to try. So we've got the Utah celery, which I'm glad I actually got this last year. It did really well, and this seed actually does quite well in the northern, it has 700 seeds. I did not start 700, I can tell you. I only did about 10, and it did quite well. And then this one is also a Utah, but it's from the Eco Seed Company that I use. And so let's go ahead, and I can actually do them side by side so we'll know. Alright, so I'm going to use this one that I already have it set up, and in here I'm just going to add the soil. So I went ahead and got my soil. So I don't use a seed starting mix. I actually use the ProMix potting soil, and I actually sifted it ahead of time to get all the bigger particles out. And so now I have all the smaller particles, and so I make sure I moistened it ahead of time so it's nice and damp. But by getting out most of the bigger particles in that potting mix, this makes me have a nice fine soil for germinating my seeds, so I don't have to worry about whether or not the seeds are going to take. So I'm just going to fill this up. There is enough for 12 plants in here, and I will try and do I will do 1 seed per block, because I would love nothing more than to reserve soil for more than 1, but I like to just do 1 plant at a time, and if I have less that germinate, then maybe I'll try putting another seed in it just to see if they'll germinate as well. But I'm starting early enough that there's not going to be an issue with starting these seeds, so we'll just go from there. But I'm just filling in each one of these containers. Actually, let me show you. The nice thing about this container, this kit, is that this container is actually see-through. So you can actually see into each container here. And you can see that they're all filled up. This one has a bit of a... There we go. I've also put in about half a cup in this entire container. I'll show you. I have this mixed with all my mix into about 2/3 full with my soil, and that way I don't have to worry about, I've got about that much, and about half a cup of this soil is worm castings. So let's say I've got about 8 liters of soil to half a cup of worm castings. Now the nice thing about this kit is it actually comes with all the tools that you need, including the tags that you want to put inside your container. So I'm going to put this here. I will write down on here what it is. So just give me a second here. So I did label these. So on here, I don't know if I can show you a bit better, but I already have them labeled. So this one says ES for Eco Seed Celery, and this is MI for MI Gardener Celery. And it has underneath it Utah, because that's what we're doing, the Utah celery. Now both these companies have seed packets that reseal. This one has like a little sticker, and after time this one won't be as effective anymore. But I'm going to put a few of the celery seeds. Now these celery seeds are very tiny, so maybe I will put 2 in each one. We'll just see how it goes. So then we have in the kit, this is our little scoop, so I could have scooped soil right into this. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little hole in the center of each one of these. And this just gives me a little spot to plant my seedlings. Now I don't know if you can see the holes. I'll bring it up close to you. See, there's the holes. And I'll try. I'm going to take off this glove. These gloves come with the kit too. And I will put just a couple seeds into each one. I don't know, there could be 2 or 3 seeds, because this does come with 700 seeds, and I did use some last year, and they may not all germinate, but there's the first start of my celery seeds back into my celery container. And then this one also reseals itself. It is a Ziploc, so this one actually will be able to be resealed multiple times. And I will do the same thing with this one. Wow, these ones are even tinier. But I don't know if I can show you, but that's how tiny those seeds are. Very tiny. And I will put just a couple of seeds into each one. And of course, sometimes I will separate the seedlings once they're growing, and instead of cutting them and taking the strongest one, I sometimes separate them, but we'll see what happens this time. I might just, with so many seeds I already have, I might just keep the strongest seedling. So there we go, we have my celery started. So I'm just going to take a little bit of soil, and like very little soil, and just kind of put it on top. And I will get this watered in. There we are. And now we'll put this. This goes on top of here, so this will show you how this works. And this is the wires that helps connect the grow part, and I will connect this to here, and it connects right into the top. Like that. And this will plug into any USB box, and you'll just plug it in. The grow light will be growing. There is holes in the top to allow for air for ventilation, and then you can close it. So we want it to be humidified right now. So I'll close the holes at the top. And that is my celery seeds started for 2024. And let's get into doing the onion seedlings. So I'm trying to get these filled up with soil. So let's get some more soil in here. Now the soil is quite damp, and I'm putting it right into these square containers. And I'm going to make sure it's compacted, but not overly compacted. We still need the roots to grow. And that one's completely full. And then let's put this one, fill it up until it's completely full. Oh, making a little bit of a mess here. There we go. Now those are completely full. And what I'm going to do here, back glove now, is I actually did 2 rows. So you can do couple rows for these seedlings to grow into. So I don't know if I'm going to get, there we are. You can either do 2 rows for the seedlings or just place a bunch of seedlings on top. I don't know what difference it'll be. Actually, let's try the experiment here. So I'm going to put 2 rows on this one. So I don't know if you can see that, but I made 2 individual rows for the onions to grow into. And then this one, I'll just sprinkle them on top and we'll see what works best. So in the first one with the rows, it worked last year, so let's try it again this year. That's a lot of onion seeds here, and you don't have to space them apart, heavily, densely sew it in. And I'll just put my seeds all across the side there, and then just use that row that's up and just kind of like put it on top. So I'm heavily sewing these onions. I'll show you how big these onion seeds are. They are pretty big, easy to work with, and heavily sewing it into that row. So we'll see these rows actually growing up. So as this grows, I will show you. And we'll just kind of use the soil that's kind of lifted up a bit and just put it on top. And let's just put YO for yellow onions. And for yellow onions, there we are. And then on this tag, for this one, I'm going to call ruby red onion. So we'll just do red onion. Actually wrote out red onion on it, and it's going to go here. Let's open this one for the first time. And we're going to go. And this is a Ziploc seal, which is great. And let's just nicely and loosely give this onions a place to grow. So we're just gonna, this has, it actually tells me that it has, did it say how many seeds? I do know it's 89% germination, which tells me a great deal. And I think when I ordered, it told me how many seeds. Oh, 500 seeds. So it's got quite a bit of seeds in here. I'm surely not doing all 500. But let's just do quite a bit of seeds in here and get these seedlings growing. I'm probably growing about 100 in each one, which I really wanted to do more than that, but at this point in time where we are, I'm not actually guaranteed I'm going to be here, and we don't know what the future holds yet. So at this point in time, I did want to be saying, we're moving, but we don't know that. And it's only the beginning of the very first few days of March. It's March 4th, so we really don't know what the future holds. So there we go. I got it densely sewed, and I'm just going to put a very, very light, this is just enough to hold the onions in place. Really, they're not, it's not going to cover them up. Just a little bit more here. Okay. There we go. So this is my ruby red onions and my yellow onions, and they're just going to be in this container just for bottom watering, but I am going to give these seedlings a soak just to get them started. So finally I've got the first of 2024's garden started, and I'm super excited that you were able to come along with me on this journey. Thank you guys for coming along with me today as we started my seedling starts. I'm super excited about finally getting into 2024's garden. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to continue on my journey into 2024, see how the garden grows, where we go, it'd be greatly appreciated. Just go ahead and click the follow button and follow along with me in 2024. And thank you so much, guys. Until next time. Bye.